going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all for your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house, and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
For over 50 years, Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Lawrenceburg has been a cornerstone of care in Lawrence County. From cardiology to orthopedics, general surgery, primary care, and women's health, we offer compassionate expert care close to home. Our ER is now stronger than ever with more providers, chest pain accreditation, and our newest Joint Commission stroke accreditation because every second matters. Generations have trusted us for compassionate care and medical excellence. Faster, trusted, accredited emergency care with hometown heart.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit. Some things are built different. Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
What really matters during the ball game, we're at that point in the season where some are just beginning, some have already ended, and others are at that point where it's either win or go home. Depending on what your perspective is, it changes everything, doesn't it? In 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 18, we're reminded we don't look at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Keep your focus, keep your perspective on the right things, the things of God, the eternal things. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome out to Collinwood Middle School here in Collinwood, Tennessee. It's out for today's middle school volleyball action. I'm Michael Marks here on the X Sports Network. And today, your E.O. Coffman Lady Panthers have made the trip out to Collinwood to take on the Collinwood Middle Trojanettes. So both teams going through and getting their handshakes underway as we're looking to get started here. Had the JV game before. E.O. Coffman won that one in a sweep in 2 sets. The Lady Panthers 2-1 on the season, looking to pick up victory number 3 here today. Coffman in their red and white uniforms with blue sleeves and white numbering. Collinwood in their green uniforms with white numbering and white sleeves. As we look to get underway here. Looks like Coffman will start subbing in their libero. That's number 1, Abby Holloway. And Holloway will check in for number 16, Isabel Mitchell. We are waiting to get underway here. I believe we're looking for some line judges. Yeah, and that's exactly what we're doing, waiting for some line judges. And hey, middle school games, those can make a big difference. We're going to get a quick tutorial real quick for these two guys. Not a whole lot to it. It's not the worst job in the world. Yeah, and you get to play with the flag for an entire game, so I mean, could be worse things to do. Hey, and the Lady Panthers will start off with the serve. It's number 5, Josie Elledge. And we are underway here with the serve from Elledge. Will be dug out there by Witten, and Witten will just push it over. Dug out there by Holloway. Smith sets up a good hit from Surratt. And now Witten will send it back. Dug out there by Holloway, will send it back over, and that's going to go just off the hands of Lexi Hallmark. And first point for Coffman. Elledge to serve. And she'll send it over into the net. And we're tied back up at 1. And serving first for Collinwood will be number 17, Lexi Hallmark. Hallmark will send it over. Holloway, Smith. And now Surratt sends it over. And Rich will send it back over. Oh, and a good job right there by Rich to drop it in. And Collinwood now in the lead. And the other two middle school teams, South Lawrence and Summertown, both off today. Had a great matchup yesterday, as that one's going to be sent out, and we're knotted back up at 2. Now, neither team had lost a set going into that one, and South Lawrence is able to pull it out in set number 3 as Emma Jo Sims checks in for Callie Wu. And Lorelei Smith to serve, and she sends it over. That one's up in the rafters, and Rich will send it over, and that's going to bounce in. And point for Collinwood. Back and forth here in the early going. As that's going to send Josie Rich back to serve. And she'll send it over, and that's going to be out. And serve back to Coffman as we're tied up at 3. That's going to send Emma Surratt back to serve. And that one sent over. And Collinwood having a little trouble there from Rich and Hunter. And it's going to drop in for the ace. And Surratt back to serve once again. And Emma Surratt will send that one over, dug out by Rich. And coming in there is Witten. And trying to send it back over was Hunter, but off the side of the wrist. And back-to-back points for the Lady Panthers as they look to build up an early lead here. Oh, and that one's going to skip over the net and down. An ace right there from Surratt. And that one, a long one. Rich hits it up, and that's going to drop down and in between Hallmark and Hunter. 7-3 lead now for Coffman. And that one's sent over. Oh, and another beautiful serve right there from Surratt as she dropped it right in front of Hallmark. And now an 8-3 lead for Coffman. Surratt still to serve. And she'll send it over. Dug out by Rich. And a good job right there from Witten to send that one back. Now dug out by Witten. Rich. Now to Hunter, who pokes it over. Dug out there by Bird and sent back over. Rich. And that was crossed, sent it over and down and in for the kill. Good job right there by Becca Cross, number 13 for the Trojanettes. As Surratt will take a seat. And Collinwood now to serve. That's number 11, Cody Claire Hunter. And the lefty sends it over. Dug out there by Elledge. And sending it over is Mitchell. Now Rich. On a good job there by Cross to get that one over. Now Holloway. Sent back over by Elledge. Rich. And that one in the rafters, and it's going to come back and drop on Collinwood's side. Bad break there from Lexi Hallmark. And we got subs coming in for Coffman. Elledge will take a seat. And Makaria Hayes checks in. Back serves Maddie Bird. And she'll send it over. And Hunter will send it back over. And a little miscommunication there from Hayes and Holloway. And that's going to be a point Collinwood as they got some subs checking in. It'll be Kelby and Rowlett checking in for Lexi Hallmark. 9-5 lead for Coffman. As it is Becca Cross's turn to serve for the Trojanettes. And that one's going to be just out. And point Coffman. And D.O. Coffman first team to 10 as Sims is checking out for Callie Wu. And Goins is going to take a seat for Addie Turrentine. So Wu to serve for the Lady Panthers. And she'll send that one into the net. And serve back to Collinwood now. A very back and forth first set. Coffman has a slight edge, but not much more than that. Rich will send it over. And met upstairs. Lorelei Smith. I don't know if we call that one a block or a kill, but either way, point Coffman. As Abby Holloway's back to serve. And Emma Surratt will check in for Isabella Mitchell. Holloway sends it over. And Turrentine can't dig that one out. Not used to all this sub, and South Lawrence doesn't sub as much. Got to keep me on my toes. Abby Holloway to serve once again. As E.O. Coffman's got Collinwood doubled up right now, 12-6. Hunter sends that one back over. And that time, Adley Witten wins the battle upstairs with Smith. And a quick point for the Lady Trojans. And Witten to serve. And that one's going to be just short of the net. And out. As Josie Elledge is checking in for Makaria Hayes. And that's going to send Josie Elledge back to serve. And that one's sent over. And a beautiful serve right there. Dropped that one right in front of Cameron Rich and couldn't do anything but send that one back into the net. And Elledge back to serve. And that one's going to be over and down for the ace. Very good job by Elledge right there to use the top of the to net to roll that one over. Teams have a hard time judging the ricochet. That one's sent over. Turrentine digs that one out. Rich. And as Rowlett sends that one back over. Holloway tried to send that one over with a spike, but just sent it back into the net. And point and serve back to Collinwood. Now Kelby and Rowlett to serve. That one sent over. Holloway digs that one out. Elledge. And Surratt will send it back over. Rich. Oh, and a little miscommunication there between Hunter and Witten. As now Cross and Hallmark are going to check in for Turrentine and Rowlett. So a pair of subs in for the Trojanettes. As it is Lorelei Smith now to serve. Sent that one over, and it's going to go off the hands of Hallmark and down. 17-8 your score. As Coffman's gone on a little bit of a run. Looking to get their lead up to double digits here on this serve. Smith sends it over, and that one's going to be out. And point Collinwood. So now back to serve Josie Rich. And she sends that one over. Oh, and Surratt got blocked at the net, and that one bouncing around in the rafters, and it's going to drop. Hard to play it out of those rafters. As Collinwood now into double figures with 10. 17-10's your score. And Rich sends that one over. Just gets over the net. Smith. And Bird with this hard spike. That's going to go back onto the stage. Back-to-back points for Collinwood. And Rich to serve. Sends it over. Dug out there by Holloway and sent back over. Hallmark. And now sent back over there by Witten. And Coffman trying to save it, but cannot do so. And now Collinwood middle has gone on a good bit of a run as they've cut this one to 5. Rich on a good roll here. Sends that one over. Holloway sends it right back, and that's going to drop there between Hallmark and Witten. And a big point there for the Lady Panthers as they get the serve back and maybe a little bit of momentum. Holloway out, Mitchell back in. As the Lady Panthers try to get some size up front. And Emma Surratt to serve, and that one's going to be sent into the net. Bit of a short serve there as Holloway quickly back in for Surratt. And Cody Claire Hunter back to serve for Collinwood. And the lefty sends that one over. He dug out there by Elledge. Smith. And Bird will just push it over. Rich. She pokes it over. Smith sent that one back towards Sims. She sends it over. Now Rich. Witten. Dug out by Holloway. And now sent back over towards Hallmark. Saves it. Oh, and a good job there by Witten to send that one back over. Sims, the lefty, into the net, and point Collinwood. As the Trojanettes are edging ever so closer, 18-14 now. Very competitive first set here from both teams. And Hunter sends that one over. Smith and Mitchell, dug out by Rich. Hunter sends it over, and Witten trying to send it over and does just that. That's going to be in the rafters. Point to Coffman. 19-14. As Hayes is going to check in for Elledge. Back to serves Maddie Bird. And Bird will send that one over. Rich. And the Rich is hitting it back and forth. Holloway. And now Mitchell will just send it back for the Lady Panthers and drops it in. With her back to the net, found the soft spot in the Trojanettes defense. And E.O. Coffman, the first team to 20. And Rich will send that one back over. Oh, and Holloway tried to save it. But just a very good return there from Josie Rich. For the Trojanettes is Rowlett's going to check in for Hallmark. And Cross back to serve. Cross will send it over. Dug out by Holloway, sent back to the middle. Smith and Mitchell just sends it back over. Oh, and good job there. Mitchell again. Just finds that empty space in the Collinwood defense and drops it right in there. And now Turrentine's going to check in for Cross. Good job by Rich digging that one out. Oh, and what a play. Witten just sending it back over there. Oh, and they're going to drop that one in as Josie Rich couldn't save it. But man, a really heads-up play from Adley Witten. Almost caught the Coffman defense sleeping. Woo to serve now. And she'll send that one over into the back corner and drops it in. What a shot. I mean, that was corner to corner almost. And now we got a set point coming up for the Lady Panthers. They look to get the early advantage here on Collinwood. So 24-15 is your score. As Callie Wu looks to end this first set for E.O. Coffman. Turrentine digs that one out into the net, and that will drop. And that will do it for set number one as E.O. Coffman takes this one 25-15. We'll be back for set number two in a minute here on the X Sports Network.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
Good Works at Home, formerly known as The Summit at Home, is a licensed non-skilled agency dedicated to helping you maintain your independence at home for as long as possible. Our compassionate and caring staff provide support in various areas, including dressing, bathing, personal hygiene, transportation, cleaning, and companionship. Please call our office about services, payment options, and long-term care policies at 931-762-2310. We look forward to assisting you with keeping your independence longer.
Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back out here to Collinwood Middle School here in Collinwood, Tennessee for set number two of E.O. Coffman and Collinwood here on the X Sports Network. I'm Michael Marks bringing you all the middle school volleyball action today. Again, the other two teams in our county that we cover are both off as they had a very intense three-set match last night between South Lawrence and Summertown. Here in Collinwood, though, E.O. Coffman took set number one from the Trojanettes, 25-15. they look for a clean 2-set sweep here on a Thursday afternoon. Collinwood will start with the serve. And back there is number 17, Lexi Hallmark. And we get the subs in as Isabella Mitchell takes a seat for Abby Holloway. I've learned that's my favorite thing about middle school volleyball. Everybody, it's almost like softball in the way that they're all just cheering. Everybody, the whole game, you're either playing or you're cheering or doing both. But we are underway as Hallmark's going to send that one out. And Lady Panthers on the board first. And Josie Elledge will check in for Makaria Hayes as Elledge is back to serve. Elledge, and that one's going to be short of the net. And back and forth we go to start this one as Josie Rich back to serve. Very similar start that we had to set number 1. Coffman got the first point, but when Rich got up, she did some damage for the Trojanettes. And Bird tried to poke that one over and didn't get it over the net, so... And again, like set 1, Collinwood a 2-1 lead now. And Rich will send it over. Skips off the net and down for the ace. And a 3-1 lead for the Trojanettes. And Rich will send that one over. Smith. And Surratt sends that one over. Good job digging that one out by Hallmark. And Witten will just send it back. Holloway. Smith. Oh, just pokes it over. And Witten will send it back over. Or pardon, that was Hunter. Sent it back over, but it was outside the line, so point for Coffman. And Callie Wu will check out for Emma Jo Sims. As Lorelei Smith to serve now for Coffman. Oh, and a rocket sent that one over. Witten digs it out. And nothing going there from Cross. We'll tie this one back up at 3. Smith to serve once again, sends it over, and that one's long, and that one's going to be on the line and in. Point for Coffman. And Collinwood's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with you. You're watching middle school volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
And welcome back out of the Collinwood timeout. Still 4-3 here. 3 straight points from the Lady Panthers and make it 4. Led to a quick timeout from the Trojanettes head coach to try to settle things down. As this is kind of where Coffman got their break in the first set when Lorelei Smith was serving. And Smith will send it over and drop that one. Oh, wow. Hunter, a really good job saving that one. And a point out of that. What a play Collinwood there. Hunter saved it, and Cross sent it over with some heat. They earned that point. As now Cody Claire Hunter, the lefty, back to serve. A good serve, sent that one over. Bird, Smith, and Sims sent back over. Holloway just saves it. Oh, and coming out of the rafters, Smith will try to send it back over, and they'll take 4 hits to do so. So So point for Collinwood. Now we're tied up at 5. Hunter still to serve, and she'll send it back over. Elledge, Smith, and Bird to send it back over. Rich sends it to the other Rich, and sent back over by Cross. Holloway sends that one up, and Surratt will send it back over. Witten, and Rich will poke it back over. Holloway, Smith, setting up Surratt. That one partially blocked at the net and sent back over and down. Trojanettes showing some fight here in set number 2, as they've taken the lead back 6-5 now. Hunter sends that one over. Dug out by Elledge. Now Smith will just send it over. On sent back by Rich. And down for the point. And when a team's playing like this out of the timeout, you can definitely say timeout well spent. Collinwood on a roll this serve. It's Hunter to send that one over again. Holloway. Now Elledge will try to send it up and off the rafters and down. Point again for Collinwood. And we got a timeout, E.O. Coffman. We'll take it with them. You're watching middle school volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
Comprehensive care with a compassionate touch. That will always be the guarantee at Encompass Healthcare in Etheridge, Tennessee. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or weight loss treatments, the team at Encompass is equipped to serve your needs today. The doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Fridays. Make an appointment with providers Kendra Brown, Tori Cox, or Ellie Brown today. That's Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, next door to Chapman Tire.
And we're back out of the E.O. Coffman timeout, hoping they can get some momentum going just like Collinwood did. Lady Trojans got a 3-1 lead, and then Coffman built up a 5-3 lead, and since then it's been 5 straight from the Trojanettes. Off the serve of Cody Claire Hunter, who sends that one over. That one's going to drop in, and looked like it may have been going long, but she dropped that one in. I don't think she realized that one had dropped in. So she'll go back to serve once again once we get the ball back. It's a 9-5 lead for Collinwood. Hunter sends that one over. Dug out by Holloway. Smith sets up Sims, who sends it over. Claire Hunter sends it back over. And Surratt with the spike. That's going to be on the line and in. Point for Coffman, and a big one at that. They've cut it to 9-6. Holloway out, Mitchell back in, as Emma Surratt is back to serve for Coffman. Send that one over and drop it right in off the hands of Rich. And to serve again, Surratt, that one in the net. Surratt will take a seat as Holloway checks in. Rowlett now going to check in for Hallmark for the Trojanettes, as Becca Cross is now up to serve. And Cross, a rocket. And a good job by Elledge and Bird to save that one, and Smith to send it back over. Rich sets up Witten, who pokes it and finds the soft spot. What a crafty kill there from Adley Witten. Cross to send it back over. Dug out there by Mitchell. Smith sets up Mitchell again, and an errant hit. Will be point Collinwood. Cross back to serve again. That one's sent over. Smith set up Mitchell, blocked at the net. And guess who but Adley Witten. Cross back to serve again. That one's sent over, dug out there by Bird, sent over Witten. Rich sets up Witten again, and that one into the net. And Turrentine will check in for Cross. And Cross had a pretty good run there serving. He's built up a 5-point lead. As Elledge will take a seat there for Hayes. Back to serve is Maddie Bird, number 10. Bird will send it over. Turrentine digs that one out. Hunter tries to save it, can't do so. And a point there for Coffman. Bird back to serve again. And she'll send that one over. Hunter digs that one out. Rich. Witten pokes it over. Good job right there by Smith to save that one. And Sims will... And that's going to be point Coffman. That's going to go off the hands of Turrentine. Coach doesn't agree with that. As we're going to ask the line judge if he saw anything. And we're going to change that. That's going to be point Collinwood. So 14-9 now. And Coffman, they're trying to return the challenge. And they'll just leave that one there. So 14-9 is your new score as Cameron Rich back to serve. And she'll send it over. Dug out there by Bird, and poking it over was Smith. And they're gonna say point Coffman right there, as it was hit 4 times on Collinwood's side. Bunch of misdirection right there. It may have hit 5 people, who knows. Callie Wu back in, and she'll go back to serve as Emma Jo Sims will take a seat. On a rocket sent over, it's going to go off the hands of Turrentine. And the Lady Panthers clawing back into this one. Now again, they took set number 1, 25-15. So another set win here would send them home with a clean sweep. But with them winning the first set, they do have a little wiggle room in set number 2 here to send it to a winner-take-all set 3. Wu sends that one over. That's going to go off the hands of Hunter and off the rafters, and that's going to be point Coffman. As we've seen that in both sets now. They go off the rafters in the middle, off a hit from the Trojanettes. 14-12 now. And Wu will send that one over. Hunter's going to send that one straight into the ceiling and back down. And Collinwood will take their second timeout. We'll take it with you as you're watching middle school volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
And we're back out of the Collinwood timeout, looking to build up some more momentum, as we've seen teams kind of trading momentum out of timeouts here between Coffman and Collinwood. And coach was asking, she had used both of her timeouts, so only timeout remaining here in set number 2 is one for Coffman. As Wu back to serve. Send that one over. Turrentine digs that one out, and Hunter trying to set up Witten, who just sends it back over. Bird, Smith, and Hayes going to send it off the net and down and in. And after being down as much as 5, E.O. Coffman's come back and tied this one up here in set number 2. Wu sends that one over, dug out by Hunter. A little miscommunication there between Turrentine and Rich, and that one's going to be sent over long by Kelby and Rowlett. Coffman their first lead since it was 5-4. And that one's sent over. Turrentine will send it back over on a spike attempt there from Mitchell. And that one's going to go off and out, tied it back up at 15. So now the serve is Adley Witten. Sent over. And a good job there by Mitchell. Witten saves that one. Rich, and Witten will send it over. Dug out there by Bird. Smith tried to set up Mitchell. He'll send it over, and down and in for the kill. Mitchell didn't get as much as she wanted on that one as she checks out for Emma Surratt, but it was good enough for the kill. Abby Holloway now to serve the libero for the Lady Panthers. And that one's going to be short and tie it back up. As Becca Cross check in for Addie Turrentine. As Rowlett's back to serve. Number 5 there for the Trojanettes. 16-16 your score, and oh, that one just got over. And Surratt will send that one over. Out on the line and in. Point for Coffman. So Hayes out, Elledge in. As Josie Elledge, number 5, back to serve. Now for Coffman. That one's going to be in the net. As we're trading serves here. Lexi Hallmark to check in for Rowlett. As going back to serve is Josie Rich. Props to both of these teams fighting here in set 2. I know we've seen some teams it's hard to keep the momentum up in set number 2 after dropping the first one, but a good serve there from Rich. And just like that, Collinwood back in the lead. That second set going down to the wire here. And Rich send that one over. And Bird trying to save it and send it over. But 3 straight now for Collinwood. As we're going to have a timeout, Coffman. We'll take a break with them. You're watching Middle School Volleyball here on the X Sports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Welcome back to Collinwood. Michael Marks here. And timeouts have been the story of set number 2. Coffman took set 1, 25-15. And Collinwood took an early timeout in set 2, got some momentum. Then Coffman took a timeout. They built up some momentum. Collinwood just took their second timeout. Coffman just took their second timeout. So both teams out of timeouts. Collinwood leads E.O. Coffman 19-17 here in set number 2 as Josie Rich to serve. Holloway sends that one back, and Hunter returns it. And that one's going to be out off the hands of Becca Cross, as that one was back and forth all the way. And Coffman with the serve, as Wu will check out for Sims, and that'll put Lorelei Smith up to serve. Oh, and off the bad part of the hand there from Smith. And now Cody Claire Hunter, who had such a good job earlier in the set, helped building up the Collinwood lead, looking to finish this set out as Collinwood is the first team to 20. Bird taps it over and sent quickly back by Rich. Smith setting up Bird again, and down and in for the kill. So both these teams well coached, just going back and forth, trading punches. As Holloway checks out for Mitchell. And now Emma Surratt up to serve for Coffman, trying to tie this one back up. A high one, and that's going to go off the back of Witten's hands and down. And now Coffman's tied it up, and we're all even at 20. Again, first to 25, got to win by 2. And as back and forth as this second set's been, that may take a minute. Surratt to serve once again. We'll send that one over. Hunter. And Cross will send it back. Dug out there by Elledge. Smith. Mitchell. And that's going to go off the outside of Hunter's wrists and out. And now Coffman has got the lead back 21-20. Looking for a clean sweep here. That's going to go sent back to Coffman off the serve. Smith will send it back over. And Rich saves it. Hallmark, and Cross can't do anything with it. Seemed like they couldn't decide what they wanted to do with it there, and it's 22-20. We're getting to crunch time here in the end of set number 2. Surratt to serve once again. That one's going to skip off the net and back over, and then sent back over by Coffman. Heads up play there by Emma Jo Sims. And Coffman's built up a 3-point advantage here in the back half of set number 2. Surratt once again. A long one. That's going to go off the bottom of Hunter's wrists. And now Coffman, potential match point. Just need one more to get out of here with a sweep from a very, very competitive and scrappy Collinwood team. Surratt sends that one over. And that's going to go off the wrists of Josie Rich. And that will do it for E.O. Coffman and Collinwood. And final here, 25-20 in set number 2, 25-15 from set number 1. So I'm Michael Marks for my producer, Hayden Burks. This has been Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.